Hey man, Lord knows that starting a business can be very difficult and it's easy to get confused and things get unorganized, and that's why we use Shopify, okay? For real, we really do. Look, you can do all types of stuff like accelerate your content creation because Shopify is packed with helpful AI tools that write product descriptions, page headlines, and even enhance your product photography. And best yet, Shopify is your commerce expert with world-class expertise in everything from managing inventory to international shipping to processing returns and beyond. That's exactly what I needed, okay? So turn your big business idea into pitching with Shopify on your side. Sign up for your $1 per month trial and start selling today at shopify.com/chaser. Go to shopify.com/chaser, shopify.com/chaser. Yeah, I'm gonna take my horse down the old town road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more. I'm gonna take my horse to the old town road. I'm gonna ride until I can't no more. I got the horses in the back.
I'm trying to have a horse in the back.
Welcome back to the No Chaser podcast. I'm Tim John, the wrong suit.
I'm Ricky Shucks.
I'm Nikki Blades.
We were talking about Texas before the cameras came on, so I was like, what's the most country song
I know
comes to mind?
Somebody not from Texas.
Yeah. Yo, these videos coming out from Texas with the line dances and all these songs that sound like country, sexy R&B vibes. And have you guys come across those videos yet?
Yeah.
I like to dance when I go out. And so it's cool to see people actually just dancing while they're out and not just sitting on tables or like the two of us standing on couches.
I've never line danced before. I mean, I guess you count like, I don't know, electric slide.
No, but they have
Cuban
like,
shuffle.
yeah, they got full choreography.
Yeah.
And they be sexy.
I always sound like the hater. It bothers me a little bit.
Oh, no, line, like choreography?
No, not line dancing itself.
Okay.
The videos I see and the people in them. And
Really?
Yeah.
I'm over here drooling.
I always catch all the like just smug, arrogant looking people. And I'm like, bro, it's a line dance, bro. Like, what are you?
The ones to be there like,
Yeah. They have this like, I'm top dog around here because I really know how to do this dance. Relax, buddy. Just have fun with it. Like they don't look like they're having fun.
Okay.
And it's dancing.
Okay.
That's the part. Now I can be clear.
The side of the algorithm that you're getting is different than mine because I have all the ones where it's just like everyone's having a good time. And then there's a lot of really sexy women doing these. And it's not just like two-stepping. They over here body rolling and all types of good stuff.
Okay, so I think that girl, you talking about the white girl?
Yeah. Or she's
something. The light
Thank
girl. You. Yeah. Even her, she just got into some controversy about it, which also bothers me because why is there controversy surrounding that shit?
There's controversy around everything.
But she's doing that dance, the same one over,
same one.
And she's saying, can't nobody fuck with me. None of y'all can fuck with me. It's like, what are you, fuck with you in what? Doing the same dance every day? Like, what is this? So now everybody's like, see, you get with some shine and their head blow up. And it's just like, it's a line dance, guys.
I mean, that's when it's life, when line dancing is
That's
life.
true. Yeah.
I don't even think it's line dancing that's life. I think it's because it's going viral somewhere.
Yeah.
They're like, oh yeah, I'm the best line dancer.
You know what that makes me think of in terms of another type of line dance that I never really got to experience is going to the skating rink and like that choreography when they be like in a line and doing the same moves and shit.
Yeah.
I like, even when we would go to like the skating rinks, like in junior high for me, I was like, I wasn't used to it yet. You know what I'm saying? Like just that culture. So like, I remember being in probably around 4th, 5th grade because we would go on these like, just school field trips. And my school was like preschool to 8th grade. So I was probably in 5th, 6th grade and I saw the 8th graders like grooving and skating around and shit. But then I'm like, I got my roller blades on. I'm trying to go as fast as I can around shit. I did not know what we were
with his sweater tied around his waist.
Yeah, just going as fast as I can.
Looking like a girl who just got her period.
Yeah.
And then fucking they're like grooving on the skates. I was like, what is it? Oh, is this what we do here? Oh, interesting.
That's funny.
I think because I had older cousins, it was always a thing to learn choreography. We were copying the music videos. You throw a video up from that era, I probably know the dance to it. And if TikTok would have been a thing, I would have been doing the TikTok dances.
For sure.
For sure would have been doing them.
I believe it. But I remember in that time when the Renegade was a thing on TikTok, I remember girls were beefing over that shit.
On who, the Renegade, the best?
Yeah.
Yes. Or who even started it and all the controversy.
Now, the who started it, I understand that beef because people got popular and famous for something someone else created, right? But the girls, so the girls who got popular for it, there were other girls who would be online like, she didn't even hit it that hard.
Yeah.
And fucking angrily doing it to prove that they do it better. And I'm just like, this is weird, guys. So it's that energy.
I feel like it's the equivalent of like B-boy battle dance stuff because it's just maybe not as cool, but for the time that's how they show.
With a B-boy battle, everybody's doing different shit.
That's
Y'all
true.
are all doing the same fucking dance and trying to say,
Who
I
can
do
hit
it
the
better.
hardest?
I just was trying to give y'all a little something.
But I get what you said. That's the energy they're bringing when we're all doing the same shit.
I remember when pretty much when jerking was like so popping, right? I remember a video and people that weren't from the West Coast were laughing at. I mean, it's funny regardless because it's two like rival, looks like gangs, but they're rival jerk crews, and they're like in each other's faces.
They're just jerking off.
Well, that's the thing. They're in each other's faces arguing first, and they're like, "Whatever, man. Let's just jerk it out. We're gonna jerk this out." And then they start dancing at each other, right? But the comments, I mean, I don't know what they were saying back then, but the equivalent of now is like, jerking it out is crazy.
Okay, would you rather see a jerk battle or the J Smooth body roll grinding battles? Because that used to go down in college. Did y'all ever have that? Where it's like, I mean, we used to throw house parties, and there was definitely a moment where the music went into the sexy stuff, and there was a chair in the middle of the floor, and it was just the guys not the girls giving lap dances, but the guys doing the lap dances.
Definitely experienced the girls giving lap dances. I don't think I was going to house parties around that era when the dudes were fucking topless in the room grinding next to each other.
That's the type
but
of
I definitely
I
seen the YouTube videos.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like when I was going to house parties, and this was, we're same age, but like when I was throwing a house party, I do roughly kind of remember, you know what I'm saying, like someone put on some sexy shit and a couple girls get in some chairs, a couple dudes do lap dances. It was never like a fucking like competition.
Yeah. These things had no girls sometimes.
Yeah.
Look how good I do it.
Interesting.
And then at the parties that I was throwing, you would see like somebody get like the guys lifting the girls up. It was a time.
It's definitely interesting on YouTube.
It was interesting on YouTube, but then to have it in real life, that's what, there was always a portion of the night that turned into like, oh, who's dancing better on their, you know what? Now that I think about that, this is some real weird shit that we were doing.
I mean, I was definitely.
I was like, wait, hold on. I would not want to be watching or have my dude watch it. You know what?
Look, man, my high school, early college life, I was definitely at the party. Yo, I'm about to give you a crazy lap dance at the house party ass dude. You know what I'm saying? For one, because I thought it was funny. And for two, for me, when I do that type of shit, I can always get away with starting off goofy and a girl being like, oh, wait, okay, so you got a little something. You working on you got something. Oh, but you know what I'm saying? So I could always come in with like, I'm about to be stupid. And then a girl be like, oh, hold on a second.
Yes.
You
can see the potential. We spot that little hip thrust. Okay.
And that's fine. I think we talk about kind of different things, but I can get you where we're at.
Yeah.
He knows what I'm talking about.
This ain't no beef.
This ain't no beef. Spectacular. This ain't no beef.
Yes.
Okay.
That's what we're talking about. Like, yo, what the fuck?
And
like,
it was just that, just to do that.
Yeah. Nothing to do with no girls. And it had a competitive energy.
Look what I can do to my girl.
So weird.
Look what I can do. Like
I think the weirdest shit I seen though, which was also great, at the club, twerk contest.
Love.
But one of the girls was up there like she was ready to fight, or like it was a rap battle. She was angry.
Oh no.
You can't twerk like me.
Oh, we don't.
So then another girl got the edge over her. She gets pissed, pulls her shit all the way down, shorts and panties.
Oh.
It's just popping that shit hard as fuck, not on beat, doesn't look cool.
Oh.
Both holes exposed.
Oh no.
Angry.
Oh.
When she does, she turns around, shit still at her ankles, and she's like, yeah. I was like, what the fuck is happening right now? I didn't even, you couldn't even really be turned on the way you should be with what you're seeing in public.
That's so
but
funny.
she was so angry. I'm like, that is weird.
Angry
Dang.
coochie popping.
Yeah.
You just made me realize what we should have been doing in the tour and hold days is double negging. You can't suck dick as good as her. Oh, you look like, you probably suck trash dick compared to her.
Hey, listen, back then,
You missed an
that
opportunity.
absolutely would have worked too. That's the crazy part, man.
Because I've told the story of like back then before I knew it was called like negging or it was a thing.
Yeah.
Like being like, you probably look like you suck. You look like you suck some whack dick, right?
Yeah.
But the concept of double, she probably suck way better dick than you. Whoa,
Oh, man.
Manipulation.
Yeah. All right. When they build time machines.
They're gonna go back. You're like,
Wait, no,
double
that
neck.
doesn't even work. Because you don't get younger when you go back in time.
Oh,
Shit.
but you can whisper in your young self's ear and tell them what to do.
No. Yeah, you
But
go
then
to
you
your,
become a different person.
No.
Yeah.
Go to your young self.
Now you're-
Oh, true.
Yeah.
Go to your young
Yeah.
self and be like, hey, dog, go to the bathroom real quick. We're finna try something. You come out and be like, you look a little different. And then, wait.
I think that's still illegal, even with the time laws.
Shit, man, that's such an interesting concept.
Oh, but wait, no, we were grown at this point.
Yeah,
But
no,
they don't-
everybody's
but-
grown.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
No, but then here's a crazy concept. Here's a crazy concept. I just imagine this, right? You go back in time. Tell your younger self, hey dog, do me a solid. Go to the bathroom. I'm a double neg these groupies to do a dick sucking contest, right? You getting your dick double sucked. Younger you is in the bathroom, falls, busts his toe, breaks it. Now, current you getting your dick sucked, your toe goes like,
What is happening?
it cracks.
I'm following.
It cracks. Now you getting your double dick sucked with a limp. Shit's fucked up now.
What?
Because of what happened to old you. Because you went back in time and did that to yourself. Crazy. Is it worth it?
I don't think so.
If you ever decide to do drugs, can I be there?
Hey, look,
I want to be there on your either ayahuasca or your mushroom.
No,
trip.
when you got a brain this good, you don't need drugs.
I
man.
mean-
that was
That's not how
all
it works.
sober.
It would make him normal.
Yeah.
think so? I'm interested either way.
Yeah, nah, man. I just like time travel shit.
Time travel is cool.
But yes, how do we start talking about that? Double dick
Dancing.
sucking, dancing. Yeah,
Competition.
it's a different time. It's a different time. I used to be at the school dances and shit. Oh man, this sounds crazy to think about, right? But mind you, I was one of the only Asians in a predominantly Hispanic and Black school. So you give them a little something and people are very impressed, right? So
The bar was set low.
yeah, very. So I remember all the Asian dudes at my school and Asian girls could dance, right? So I remember it was one dude older than me. I remember at a football game, he was dancing in a circle and then he started like twerking a little bit, being stupid, not like twerking like shaking ass, but just kind of like he was moving, right? Everybody was so impressed. So I went home, practiced a little bit, fucking like I was like, okay, I figured this out.
Got it.
And then just me being at a dance with this girl, Alicia, I had such a crush on this girl. But at a dance one day, I was fucking around getting her a lap dance. I started fucking, just like being stupid, twerking a little bit. She immediately was like, oh, okay. And I was like, yes, that's all it takes. It wasn't even crazy. It was just a little subtle. She was like, oh, you got some movement, whatever, right? And it's just funny how
that's like, yo, let me go shake my ass on this girl.
Yes, and it works though.
And it works.
It's so good. I cannot stand a man that is too reserved.
Now, we all know starting your own business is difficult, all right? And Lord knows me with the ADHD and the family. It's just, I have trouble keeping things organized, which is why I F with Shopify, okay? We really do use Shopify at Goody Brand, so you should too, okay? Look, Shopify is the commerce platform behind millions of businesses around the world and 10% of all e-commerce in the U.S., from household names like Mattel and Gymshark to, yes, goodybrand.com, all right? So you should get started with your own design studio with hundreds of ready-to-use templates. Shopify helps you build a beautiful online store to match your brand style, okay? Get the word out like you have a marketing team behind you. Easily create email and social media campaigns wherever your customers are scrolling or strolling, okay? So if you're ready to sell, you're ready for Shopify. Turn your big business idea into with Shopify on your side. Sign up for your $1 per month trial and start selling today at shopify.com/chaser. Go to shopify.com/chaser. One more time, shopify.com/chaser.
Like if we're dancing, we're having fun. That also goes into the sense of humor. You look like a good time, like you can move. It just seems like it's not as serious. But if you can't, I mean, I need a. Ooh. If I see a guy go, ooh.
Like
ooh.
that?
Sometimes.
Take it out. Ooh.
No, that's bloop. That's different.
It gotta make that sound.
It gotta go bloop. If it goes bloop, I'm like,
No, I do this.
Let me pick that up. Let me help you. I got you.
And she go, "Awooga." I finessed Alicia in drama class because it was a whole thing where we had to pick a partner, write a sketch with them, write a little skit, you know what I'm saying, a little scene. And we came up with this little scenario. And then I was like, I'm gonna go home and work on this a little bit, you know what I'm saying? And then like, I'll come back tomorrow with like more of the pages of the skit or whatever. Went home, wrote us a little kissing scene. And she had a boyfriend though. And so I was like, yo, so check this out. I wrote it so that like our characters end up kissing in the scene. I was like, is that cool with you? She was like, yeah, all right, cool. I was like, all right, bet. So then, and she knew I liked her too. So I was like, okay, so we should probably practice before we perform it. You know what I'm saying? So I got to finesse, and she knew, right? I got to finesse this. Oh, but she asked her dude too. She was like, oh, is it cool? Like, you know what I'm saying? I got this little scene. I got to like kiss Tim or whatever. She was, is that cool? And he was like, yeah, whatever. So, because again, I am not threatening. Yes. So we got to practice a little scene, got to kiss her a bunch of times, and which was lit because she said that was a good kiss. I was like, yes. And then we got to, then we kissed in front of we performed it in front of the class. And as soon as we kissed, everyone, they gasped. Oh my, they kissing in real life and she got a boyfriend. It was great.
The drama.
And then fucking another group copied us, wrote a kiss into their shit. Trying to copy my shit. So then we stepped it up. I took it out.
They're like, Tim.
That's funny because that would entail. Can we do ours again?
Hold on.
Oh no, we punched it up. It's a time travel sketch now.
We left out a part.
Back in time.
I stubbed my toes crazy.
If you could time travel to any one moment, what moment would it be?
You should have prepped us for this.
Sorry,
that's a lot to think of.
It just came to me.
Okay, this is probably not my full answer, but I have to be quick
just gotta
with it.
give something. Yeah.
When Kobe Bryant died,
Oh,
the very next game after, I had tickets for. I didn't realize they were going to be doing some type of ceremony for him. No. I think we did realize it, right? And my boy had bought the tickets before, and then I was going to pay him. I hadn't paid him yet. So he's like, hey, before we do that, we could probably sell these tickets for a lot, right? So I'm like, hey, look, man, you spend your money. I don't want to, but you spend your money if that's what you want to do with it. He's like, I'm going to see if I can get some money for these. He puts them up for sale, but he takes a picture of the ticket. The
Oh,
barcode is visible and shit. That's the homie that he's not yeah. So they weren't selling, and then somebody was like, "Hey, bro, I don't want to be a dick, so I'm gonna let you know you shouldn't have your barcode in this picture. People can just take it." So he took the post down or whatever, right? We go there and we try to scan our tickets, and like these have been scanned already. So we didn't get any money, and we couldn't get into the game.
Wow.
Now the tickets we buy from somebody who has season tickets, right? So every time we would go to the game, it was the same seats. We went to a game after that, and another guy who has season tickets was sitting next to us. He was talking about that game. He was like, "Yeah, Ron Artest was right here." I was like, "Ron Artest stole my tickets, man!" I was so pissed. So yeah, if I could go back in time, I would go back and tell him, "Don't fucking try to sell the tickets. Just go." Yeah.
I went to that shit. It was great.
Yeah, I know. I remember.
Wow. You were like, I was.
Yeah, he bought them that day too. I was like, "Ain't that a bitch?"
Yeah, we filmed the day of, right? We filmed that day.
We filmed the day of. We sure the fuck did. We sure the fuck did. We were very sad. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got two answers. One is just funny, and another one got me being a little introspective and time travel-y. But first answer I was gonna say is, this was my immediate thought, which is so funny, but I would go back to when it was my birthday one time, and I was just trying to get some ass, and I went to that white girl's house to get some head, and then I was like, you know what, man, just get on top. So I would have went back in time into that room while I was getting sucked up and would have been like, and whispered in my ear, "Hey, dog, just keep getting your dick sucked, bro. Don't let her get on top. Finish. Or I would have went back on time and we ran a 2-man situation.
Oh my God.
It would have been crazy. Imagine a train with yourself from the future.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Actually.
And then my more realistic answer is I would have went back in time and told my younger self to be nicer to my mom in certain situations where I remember that I have a couple regrets where, you know, me, ever since I was little, bro, I've always gone for the joke. You feel me? I don't always think about what are the repercussions of the joke. You see, I always I'm like, what's funny in the moment? And there are times in the past where I remember when we were living in the apartment in Long Beach, like my mom was talking to the other neighborhood boys that I was playing with, and she was saying something, and I was being goofy, just making like a stupid face while my mom was talking, just because it's my mom, you know what I'm saying? I'm like being stupid with my mom. But my mom took it as like I was making fun of her English. So she was very hurt by that. Like my mom cried. She was telling my dad, she was like, they were looking at me like I was stupid, this and that. And to this day, I was probably like 8, dog. But I still look back on it like I feel so bad about that, right? So my initial thought is, yeah, I would go back and tell my younger self, be nicer to your mom. But then I start thinking about the repercussions of the things you learn from your past mistakes.
Yeah.
And I'm like, would I have gone as hard to take care of my family and pay off the house if I didn't feel guilty about the fucked up shit I did when I was younger? You feel me? So I'm like, maybe I wouldn't have gone back. Maybe I would have never learned that lesson and be nice to my mom as I am now had I not done that shit in the past. So white girl it is.
That was deep.
It's like, you know, sometimes the ADHD takes you to fun places.
And then sometimes it takes you where you don't want to go.
And then sometimes you forget to flush your fucking shits, you know? It's like
Oh, and I want to be clear. The reason I didn't go back and tell them not to get on the helicopter, because I know people are like, motherfucker, you could have just not had him die. They were told not to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Beforehand. Yeah.
Or sometimes people are like, why don't you go back and kill Hitler or some shit like that? Like, look, man, who knows what the repercussions of history could
Yeah, it was like, we weren't thinking that broad. We're thinking here.
We would miss a lot of great Twitter rants if that happened. So
that part. Oh my God.
Oh man, yeah. Time travel.
You?
Leaving that one boyfriend after the first time you cheated.
Oh.
You wouldn't do that?
No.
Oh.
I wonder what would have happened if I would have left instead of going back. That is one that I think about often when I was like, damn, if I wouldn't have gone back, how different my life would be, because that person took up years of my life. And so if I would have just deaded it that day, I probably would have moved to LA. There were so many things that were lined up, but I stayed and was convinced to stay and went through all this shit because after the first time, I should have just fucking walked away and I didn't.
Yeah.
And this was the first person that I didn't walk away from because I had walked away like easily before. Been like, what the fuck, bye. But this one in particular, I was like, damn, if I would have walked away, what my life would look like now.
But you know what? If you wouldn't have walked away, you would have moved to LA, you might be working on some other shit right now. We wouldn't have the No Chaser podcast.
I'd probably be a millionaire and be on OnlyFans.
Yeah, so
I'd be rich.
I feel like people who currently have good lives should never even think about traveling to the past and changing anything.
Yeah.
I think that should be for people who life suck right now.
True.
It's like, how could I change this to get something better?
There's definitely moments I wish I could just like relive because they were fun and like kind of take a little bit of that energy from that version of me and put it here. That seems more exciting than the changing of paths because as I'm trying to like grow, I think of the best versions of myself because it wasn't like, it's not linear. It's like, you know, been all over the place. I'm like, why was that version of me? Like, why am I a fan of her?
Right.
And then like, what pieces can I take back to implement today? And like, how do we rebuild into this new version? So sometimes I like to reminisce on college, Nikki, because that shit was fucking lit. And I remember so many like good and bad. But there's a lot from that version of me that I'm like, ooh, you know, if we go back a little bit, we can.
I just want to watch.
You know,
yeah,
just a little bit. It was
like,
a good time.
I was happy one day.
Yeah,
I would love to go back to that day.
What was that
So what
like?
happened? I got a rainbow sherbet ice cream cone. Man, it was so good. So that's all the happiness you have? I think so.
I think I'm taking Rick to go get ice cream after this. I'm gonna show up with rainbow sherbet ice cream every time we film now.
You've always been a sherbet guy.
Damn.
That's my shit.
You know what's crazy is Rick used to not like ice cream.
This gentleman right here, Tim, is releasing his own brandy.
What the hell? Indeed I am. Jester's Court Brandy, my brandy.
Can we all try? How many proofs is it?
95 proof.
So that's a lot.
shit.
That's a lot. It smells good. It smells really good.
No pressure, guys. No
This
pressure.
smells really good. I was gonna shoot it, okay?
Shooters.
It's actually pretty nice.
That's a good brandy. Yeah, it's way smoother than.
Wow.
Especially for being 95 proof.
Yeah,
Wow.
for 95 proof, that's real smooth.
There's no
Really
burn in my
smooth.
throat, and
Yeah.
I'm a lightweight.
And it's got a good lingering taste that's not bitter.
Yeah, it tastes really good, actually.
Wow, that's really refreshing. It doesn't have that after burn. It's like an after mint.
You feel a burn, but it's not like a.
I would pay for it.
You shooting or sipping? I'm ready to turn up, dog.
Shoot it, shoot it.
We're shooting it.
Let's go.
I think I'm a little drunk, yo.
Shut up.
No way. I think I'm a little buzzed.
But rainbow sherbet is not ice cream.
Yeah.
It's
So
not
I
ice
was
cream.
I still not a
From Thrifty?
fan of like the just sweet stuff.
Yeah,
I prefer the sherbets.
the sherbets and the sorbets.
Man.
Do you have anything that you eat that instantly makes you happy? Don't say nothing nasty.
I wasn't even thinking that.
Well, I was.
I was just gonna say coochie.
You stuck your tongue in my coos.
Yeah, ain't nothing nasty about that.
Well, example, mine is like Lunchables, and it has to be the pepperoni pizza. The pepperoni pizza Lunchables, whenever I am down and you see me with one of those, that instantly makes me happy. For some reason, that is like the one little treat that I instantly am just like, the life, life does not suck.
So do you like cold pizza?
I do.
Me too.
I do. I like cold pizza, but it has to specifically be the pepperoni from Lunchables because we couldn't have those growing up. And so that is like, I can have 3 of these in my fridge and I could eat all 3 if I wanted to. I have one.
I love cold pizza. I was never a Lunchables pizza guy though.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's just me.
But is there any sort of treat, sweet food?
What makes me happy as far as my comfort food? I mean, and I'll tell you this, you know what I'm saying? My first thought was just like biting into a big old steak is always kind of like, that's the type of shit that like I learned in my adult life that I'm a food dancer. I didn't know that until recently. But I remember one time specifically, right, when me and Chia were doing the long distance shit, and I felt like such a bitch for this because I was really sad about it. Me and Chia had just said goodbye at the airport, and I didn't tell Rick why, but I was like, hey dog, I'm trying to get some steak. You want to come with me? And he was like, yeah, sure, whatever. Because, I just wanted someone to have some steak with me, right? And then so I didn't tell Rick until we got there, but I was like, hey man, look, I was feeling really sad because I just said goodbye to Chia at the airport and I needed to just have a steak real quick to bring me up a little bit.
Yeah.
Because I was
Hemoglobin.
a little hemoglobin, man. A little bucket, just a little, So I would say just a big old steak, big old fatty ribeye is my comfort food. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Probably not good for my cholesterol.
But that's not what it's about.
That's not what it's about.
It's not what it's about.
And also, I'm not, you know, I'm a happy dude, so it's not like I'm constantly doing that. So
Yeah, but if it's like, okay, so little ribeye for you, little Lunchable for me. Rick, how are we making you happy?
Either a Dr. Pepper
Oh.
or a really good carne asada taco.
See, now that's a little harder. So where is that one good carne asada taco?
I got 2 places now, thank God. I can't say that one just because of where it's at. There's this place in Paramount called Tacos El Pueblo on Alondra and Garfield, I do believe. If y'all want to go.
That's the one. Dr. Pepper.
Dr. Pepper, yeah.
Huh.
That's all that.
Rick's always been a Dr. Pepper guy.
Okay.
And they don't always have it.
Most
true.
of the time they do not.
That's true.
It's pretty rude.
In my freshly moved out of my house in my condo by myself era, I was always a Dr. Pepper and Henny guy. So when I was by myself, sounds crazy. By myself, chilling at home, ready to just like lay the fuck out, watch a movie, I would go get a rotisserie chicken from Stater Brothers. And just some of my mom's sauce, some fucking Hawaiian bread, pour myself a Hennessy and Dr. Pepper, and just be at home ripping rotisserie chicken and Hawaiian bread,
That sounds
drinking Henny and Dr. Pepper.
good.
Sounds like a
Man,
good
it's
fucking
making me salivate and think
It
of
sound-
just living a long time.
God, it just made me think of, I used to drink E&J and root beer. If y'all want to know a little bit about me, I used to drink E&J and root beer. So just know that
Similar vibes.
I have evolved.
Was you hanging out with E40 at the time?
Look, I was living a different life back in the day. I am definitely.
I did not picture you as a irk and jerk girl.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Like E&J, what else was it? It was like making our own. Look, I am a different person. Okay. Let's just leave it at that. But yeah, E&J and root beer was that. Yeah. Yep.
Okay. And
Hypnotic. I used to drink Hypnotic. I used to drink Patron.
I almost brought a bottle of Hypnotic today.
I mean, it has to be Hypnotic and Hennessy. I can't do anything other than like Incredible Hulks.
Nah, I feel it.
Jaeger bombs were a thing. You know what?
While we're on this food subject, let me play you this fucking hit maker clip I was gonna open the episode with, but I'm glad we can full circle this because let me tell you this, because this shit was so. Let me just play it for you.
Okay.
I'm gonna just play you the audio because that's all you need. Hitmaker, aka Youngberg. Listen to this.
I've never ate a sandwich or nothing in my life.
You don't eat sandwiches?
No. Are you crazy? I've never had a sandwich.
I'll make you a sandwich.
I've never had it. No, I've never had a sandwich.
I'll make you a sandwich.
I will never eat
Turkey,
it.
cheese,
No,
lettuce, mayo, tomatoes.
I've never had a sandwich.
On a hero?
A hot dog, a hamburger, nothing. I've never had McDonald's. I've never had Wendy's. I've never had whatever. I've only had Popeyes in my life. And in reality, the only thing I'm really eating right now is seafood, sushi, and
First off, you're not that cool. You never had no PB&J, no tuna sandwiches, no egg sandwiches, no peanut butter.
Well, okay, so I do know this about him.
Okay.
What a lot of people don't know is his parents are somebody's.
Oh.
So a lot of
right.
those people don't feed their kids anything processed.
I forgot that.
Yeah.
You're right.
Oh, okay. Wait. So he grew up privileged.
Yeah. So
sandwiches are broke people things?
well, no, it's not necessarily broke people things, but when you get that money, you start learning things, and health is important, all that shit. A sandwich would mean bread. Bread is very not good for you. Most of the sandwich meats are processed meats and shit like
I feel
that.
like he should have started with that.
Hot dogs and things like that. That makes sense.
You should have led with,
Yeah.
I grew up with money.
Well,
and I am better
there's
than
a lot
you.
of people like Janet Jackson just recently had something very normal for the first time. And she didn't even grow up rich, but they got rich pretty early on.
All right. I guess you're making it make sense.
I wanted to be upset for a little bit.
We still could, because why don't nobody teach us that shit?
Right. because
Well, because we were broke, goddamn it.
I was like,
processed
yeah.
foods raised me, clearly.
Right. I was like, my drink was purple. Okay. Out the jug.
I just did a episode with David about our favorite fucking microwave foods, and we going off on Hot Pockets and chicken pot pies and how much we love it.
Yo, there's this whole trend called poverty meals where friends are coming together and showing like their broke meals they ate growing up. Like somebody had peas, cheese, and fucking bread.
Peas, cheese, and bread.
Peas, cheese, and bread.
Peas,
Cheese and bread.
bread.
And it was like they fucking ate it like dip.
Oh, speaking of which, Beta had her first peanut butter and jelly today
Oh my God.
by choice because she always refused. Up until today, we didn't even say shit. She has spread it on the thing, put it on the plate. It's like, all right, baby, there's a little thing if you want some. She's watching a little iPad, took a bite. We both were like this, looking at each other. Our peripherals. Oh shit. She's eating it. Oh shit. And it was like, yo, we never thought we would get there.
I just gave her the sugar bug, dog.
Hey, no, she been had that.
Yeah.
Oh, I also know a girl, you know her too, who claims she's never eaten a burger before. And she's sticking to it. I didn't believe it for the longest time, but I believe her now. But it's weird because when I'm like, she's like, nah, it just never appealed to me. I always thought it was gross. I can't do it. But when I'm like, hey man, all right, let me get you your first burger. She's like, fine. I'm like, wait, how have you never done it your whole life? And you're that easy to convince. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
I don't know. We grew up eating. Clearly, this is a group of individuals who've eaten a lot of different things.
What you trying to? Oh.
What?
Did you just call me a group of individuals? God damn. So all these people on this side of the couch, they be
eat all the sandwiches, okay? All the breads.
Oh, man. We knew a
Carb day.
girl who was she vegan or vegetarian? I don't remember.
Claim she was vegan.
A vegan.
Okay.
And then when the camera was off, me and her went to Taco Bell.
Shut the fuck up.
And she was cracking up. Yeah, I just say that. It was so funny. So every time I would go eat with this particular girl, we would just be laughing the whole time. Because she is online telling people she's a vegan.
Wow,
So
just
funny.
smacking that cat meat. Just damn.
Yeah, she would say she was a vegan and she would act like she only ate like fresh shit or
Oh my God.
fine dining shit. We'd be at fucking Taco Bell and Baja Fresh and shit.
Damn.
I'm not gonna lie, man. This morning I was contemplating, I'm like, I am getting older, like, and I am trying to still be on camera for some time. Like, maybe I should just I was debating only being vegan until I had to film my food shit. You know what I'm saying? Like vegan the rest of the time, except when I'm filming these food shits with David or these fucking mukbangs, you know, like just to kind of.
Nah, you seen them Pharrell pictures that just dropped.
I'm always looking at Pharrell pictures,
Oh,
constantly beating my meat and being like, I need to get on this level. But nah, that fool, right. Because he's vegan and he also gets a lot of sleep. That's his shit.
Sleep and exfoliation. He exfoliates the fuck out of his skin. He is a new person every day.
That's crazy. Yeah, I don't know, man. You know, you look at these celebrities that, still look great. Like Angela Bassett, I know she's on damn near like, I don't know, raw diet, basically. Like she has a very strict diet as well. She looks amazing.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Is it worth it though, right? And don't look at me when I ask these questions. But because I know a lot of like fitness people and when they're prepping for shows and shit like that, very strict, very clean the way they eat. And they're so unhappy until it's over. You know what I'm saying? And they get that cheat meal or whatever. But it's like, damn, is it worth it? Do you get to a point where it just feels good to eat like that?
I mean, but let's not forget on the ladder, Betty White, vodka, hot dogs. She was living.
Was
she
that
was
her
living
shit?
a real fucking good life.
Was that her
Yes.
shit? Oh.
Most of the older go to the older ones. Okay, the happy, funny, laughy, jolly. They do not give up drinking, and they always have certain things that they enjoy. Like there has to be a balance. If you got to force yourself to go vegan to then enjoy something, that sounds off. But if you genuinely, I would put you more as a pescatarian. I would say seafood feels more along the lines of where you could be. Incorporate more veggies. And then occasionally meat.
You know what? I I could definitely do that because I enjoy seafood a lot.
That feels more balanced.
And for my cholesterol, I probably should eat less red meat and pork. So you're not wrong.
Because vegan just sounds so extreme. Like, why? You already struggle with your pizzas and the cheese.
But that's the thing about it is like, I am pretty much like off cheese. As much as I joke, like, yeah, every time y'all see me eating, it's because I'm with David at a food event and I'm like, I'm gonna eat this shit for camera.
Yeah.
Right.
But be realistic. You do that a lot. You're not off cheese.
There's that.
You
just do a little bit of crack every now and then.
Yeah, I mean, hey.
That's like the porn people that's like, well, I don't really have sex like that.
No.
It's like, only for work. You still
You work a lot. Okay, that's
Bitch
fair.
just put in 60
That's
hours
fact.
this week.
Yeah.
That's fact. And look, we gotta wrap this one up. But I'll leave it with this too. I tell this story every once in a while. I saw that story about that old man who he was a vegetarian for his whole ass life. He's like, I've only eaten meat like twice. He said one time because I smelled some bacon. They were cooking at a hotel, smelled amazing. And he's like, I only had steak like one other time. And now he's like 80 years old or some shit. And he was like, 100% should have just eaten meat because now I want to eat steak and I have no teeth and I can't do it. He's like, I'm this old and I hate it. I should have just eaten the fucking meat.
And I can't even just die because I'm healthy as fuck.
It's like, shit, I live forever knowing that I could have had it.
You know, people say you're here for a good time, not a long time, but there's definitely a balance. So
That part. And on that note, 1313. Look at that.
look at that. Double unlucky makes it lucky. Thank y'all for watching another episode of the No Chaser podcast. You don't know what we're looking at. It's a clock right here.
Sorry. My bad, y'all.
Oh, hey, make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, watch another episode, follow us on everything.
Yeah.
Buy some Justice Court, justicecourt.co. Get something from Goody Brand once we're running again. Thank you for watching. I'm Tim John the Wrong Suit.
I'm Ricky Shucks.
I'm Nikki Blades.
Bye.